5,000 is how many ads we see every single day. But we actively notice about 100 of them. But still, every single one of them influences us. It's not that they don't need to be actively noticed. It's more like that our brain needs to subconsciously see them. But why is that? If we don't actively notice them, you'd assume we won't feel the desire to buy the product in that moment. And you're right, we don't. At least not in that moment. Because advertisement is not about making you buy now. It's more about making you buy later without having to think. Think about it like this. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman described two ways our brain thinks. System 1 is fast, automatic and intuitive, while System 2 is slow, effortful and analytical. Most of the time, especially when we are tired or distracted, we rely on the fast system. We don't analyze every decision in the supermarket, we just grab what feels familiar. And that's exactly what those ads you didn't notice do. 1. They create familiarity. In the 1960s, psychologist Robert Zayong showed the mere exposure effect. People prefer things just because they have seen them more often, even if they don't consciously remember seeing them. And your brain has a simple shortcut. What is familiar feels safe, and what feels safe feels good. That's why brands want to be seen everywhere. Not to convince you with arguments, just to become familiar. 2. They plant an emotional anchor. Good ads rarely sell the product itself because they pair the product with a feeling. This is classical conditioning. You see a drink paired again and again with emotions regarding friends, summer, laughter, and even Christmas. Over time, the drink itself starts to trigger a little bit of that feeling. The product becomes an anchor for the emotion. So later, when you want that feeling, belonging, freedom, energy and so on, the product is already linked to it in your memory. Let's take a look into the supermarket. Imagine you're tired after work and maybe you just want to buy a bag of chips. And in front of you are 20 bags you have never seen before, and one bag you have seen dozens of times this week. Maybe on a bus, on Instagram, in a video. And even though you never paid attention to these ads, your brain still did. And when we have to decide fast on which product to pick, we pick the familiar one. Psychologists call this the availability heuristic. And still it feels like your own free choice, just because you're not aware of the impact of all these ads. And this is also why big brands like Coca-Cola still spend billions on advertising, even though everyone knows them, right? Small brands advertise to get known, while big brands advertise to stay mentally available, to not be replaced by someone else who will take that space in your head, because if they stop, another brand will take that spot. So the next time you think, ads don't work on me, that might be exactly when they already did.